Good. So after you have unboxed the open air outdoor air quality monitor, you have the following parts. You have two PM modules. You have the bottom part of the enclosure, the top part of the enclosure, the PCB, a small paper bag with screws and cables, a 4-meter long USB-C cable, and a welcome card with a link to the build instructions. So let's just organize ourselves a little bit and take this away for a second and the cable, and open the screw bags. And what you can see here is basically the following content. So we have two cables to connect the PM sensor to the PCB. We have a screwdriver, and then we have actually 8 screws. So we have 4 screws that are a little bit smaller and 4 screws that are a little bit longer. And the reason is that in case you open the enclosure many times, the plastic might get a little bit worn out, and then you might want to use the longer screws. So I take them away for a second, and you can keep them as a spare. And just use them in case you need them. Most likely you might probably not need them. So let's start the assembly. So we take one of the PM sensors and then put the cable in. You can see the 2 small plastic knobs that just align in here, basically like this. Put it here and then press on the plastic part. Don't press too much on the cables, otherwise they might get damaged. And just put it in firmly, and then we do the same thing with the other one. So just make sure it's aligning correctly. Press it in. And that's it. So the next part is that we will go and put the cable through the PCB. So you actually see that there are 2 plugs on the PCB where we can plug in or sockets where we can plug in the cable. It's the same thing. You can see which side aligns to the socket, and then just put it on here. Just like that. And then we do the same thing for the other side. So now you can see they're firmly plugged in. And then you can actually lead the cable through these gaps on the PCB. Just like that. Perfect. And now we take the bottom part of the enclosure, and you can see that we have the place for the PCB. There are actually several additional places if you want to make an addition, for example in the front or on the side. But the main PCB goes at the back where you see the cutout for the USB-C plug and the LED and an optional additional sensor that we can put in here. So you take the whole assembly and just slide it into here, just like that. And then get the cable management right so that the cable doesn't get in between the PM sensor when you close the enclosure between the plastic rifts. So you just rotate the monitor or the PM module for around 3 times and then put it in a crossover just like that. And then you do the same thing for the the other one and then put it on the opposite side, something like this. Okay, so the important part here is that you can see inside the enclosure there are plastic rifts, for example, like here and here and here and here, and the cable actually has to go like through this area and here. So that's why it's important that you have the same basically routing here on top of the PM modules. And what you can do is like just make sure you don't have any cable around here, and also not too close to here and here. So it just should go just like this. And then you take the top part of the enclosure, and you can see the wall mounts are the back side. That's where the PCB is. So you can just take this, also make sure the PCB is upright, and then just slide this on, just like this. And if you feel that there's some cable in between, then just open it up again, check a little bit that everything is all right, and then just, get it slowly on top like this, okay? And then once it fits well, there's no cable in between, you turn it around, and then you take the 4 screws, and I would recommend you first take the smaller ones, just drop them into the screw holes here. And then just screw them in with the enclosed screwdriver. Okay, and that's basically it. So this is very firm, nothing is wobbling inside. So now the monitor is completely assembled,